Hi everyone, welcome to today's session. As part of today's session, we'll see an overview about S4 HANA. So, as you are aware, S4 HANA is the most common term if at all you are there in an SAP domain nowadays, right? So, if at all you are in any kind of consultant in SAP domain, it can be basis consultant, BW consultant, ECC consultant, or for that matter, you can be a functional consultant. If at all you are working in SAP domain, S4 HANA is most common term nowadays. So, as part of today's session, let us understand what exactly is an S4 HANA, and we will also see a couple of important aspects or an intro or the important features of S4 HANA as a system. Okay, come on guys, let us start today's session. So, coming to the overview about S4 HANA, as we already aware, so far before introduction of SAP HANA database, we were using SAP ECC system, which is one of the most commonly and very famous SAP's OLTP system, correct? So prior to SAP ECC 6.0, we were using the very old system called SAP R3 4.6C. So the migration from 4.6C to 6.0, ECC 6.0 was major technical upgrade, right? As most of you might be aware, SAP introduced lot of new feature in ECC 6.0 as compared to the older version of SAP, which is R3 4.6C, right? Now, when you compare ECC 6.0 and S4 HANA, S4 HANA has bundled with lot of more advanced feature, and all the default add-ins has been coming by default, and the UI is so amazing, and it has introduced lot of new features, right? So, coming back, so SAP S4 HANA is a next generation SAP Enterprise Resource Planning ERP software. Okay, so SAP ECC was a previous version as compared to your SAP S4 HANA, which is used as an ERP software by majority of the companies out there, right? So S4 HANA, we can say evolved version of ECC, but it has the next generation capability in it. Okay. Coming to the database, SAP S4 HANA uses SAP's proprietary database called SAP HANA, and we all are aware SAP HANA has been introduced sometime back in early 2011, and now major version or major releases has happened to the SAP HANA database, or the patches we can say. And HANA has evolved so much, and HANA is so stable, right? And we also know SAP HANA has its own architecture in it. It works on multi-core, multi-thread processor, and also the multiple processors, and each processor can have multiple cores, so the performance you can gain tremendously. At the same time, you can achieve huge amount of compression rate, right? And it has its own advantages. And in the ECC, SAP system uses traditional relational databases such as Oracle, IBM DB2, Microsoft SQL Server, because SAP was very open earlier because it was able to support any possible major database out there, ECC system, and for that matter BW system. Now, if you as a customer are going and approaching SAP to purchase S4 HANA system, they will give by default SAP HANA as a backend database. You cannot use S4 HANA with any other database. Okay. Coming to an user interface, okay, user interface play vital role nowadays, right? That's the reason earlier days the clients or the customers were using dedicated reporting solution which has good user interfaces such as Tableau and Click. Now what SAP also considered that in mind, in S4 HANA, the S4 HANA has more modern, intuitive, and user-friendly user interface as compared to UCC. As compared to UCC, when you compare or log into S4 HANA system, you'll have pleasure to your eyes because the user interface has been smoothened and improved a lot. Okay, and S4 HANA UI is based mostly on SAP's its own technology, UI technology called SAP Fiori, a web-based UI that is optimized for mobile devices also. Okay, because when SAP designed this or come up with S4 HANA system, they also kept in their proprietary database technology, UI technology called SAP Fiori. It is based on it is a web-based UI, right? And these SAP Fiori applications are mobile optimized. Okay, so you can also use all those portals or your transaction code in mobile-friendly way. And coming to the data model, because data model play a vital role, all our application data will go and sit in our backend database. If at all you are using S4 HANA, the data will sit in our backend HANA database, correct? S4 HANA has a simpler data model than ECC. As compared to ECC, if at all you are building a complex report in ECC, the same report can be designed in a simpler fashion in S4 HANA. It allows for a faster data processing and reduced data storage requirement, okay, because since it uses HANA as a database to store its data, application data, so obviously you can achieve compression rate all the way from 5:1 to 7:1. That's the minimum compression rate you can achieve, meaning earlier if at all you are using 7 TB of data, your data was require 7 TB of memory, 7 TB of memory to store, whereas as soon as you migrate to HANA or S4 HANA, it will take maximum 1 TB of space, okay. And due to the use of HANA in memory computing, removal of redundant tables has possible, because if at all you are from BW background, you are aware earlier we were going with cube to store data in an aggregated form, just to ensure that the reporting, just to improve the report performance, correct? Whereas now with BW on HANA or BW for HANA, wherever possible, we are decommissioning those cubes or data which is stored in aggregated form. Now on HANA, it is not necessary that you have to store data redundantly. S4 HANA is ensuring that there is no need of you to store data in a redundant fashion. That's the reason it's also impacting or reducing the overall storage of your database. And we also know SAP HANA works on in-memory based computing, meaning entire your application data, transactional data and master data of your OLTP system is stored in RAM. So for that reason, you will get tremendous improvement in the performance. Okay, coming to the embedded analytics, we all aware earlier days people were using EC system for their as a main OLTP system, whereas they were also using BW system, SAP BW system as their main OLAP system, correct? Now with the introduction of S4 HANA, they also added a component in it called embedded analytics. SAP S4 HANA has embedded analytics capabilities, okay. It provides real-time insights and data analytics within the same system. You don't have to explicitly have a BW system. If at all you wish to do some basic embedded analytics and data visualization, you can always take the advantages of that embedded analytics part, okay. And in ECC, analytics require additional tools such as SAP Business Warehouse. As I said earlier, if at all you are using ECC as your OLTP system, earlier days you are supposed to use your BW system for your doing your all the analytics part, right? And industry specific solution. So SAP HANA includes pre-configured industry specific solution as a standard features, okay. So all the standard features or all the standard industry specific solutions are coming as part of standard feature. You don't have to add it as an add unlike your ECC, whereas earlier days in ECC we have to add all those industry specific features as an add-on, okay. And coming to a conclusion of this presentation, S4 HANA is more advanced and modern ERP than ECC. If you compare S4 HANA with your ECC system, S4 HANA is more advanced than ECC, okay. It offers faster performance, more intuitive user interface, greater flexibility in managing data and analytics. As we discussed already, it gives very good performance because of the backend database, which is HANA database, and also the user interface so nice because of we are going to use most of the cases SAP Fiori based web based application, and greater flexibility in managing your data and analytics because of the embedded analytics part. And you have to keep one thing in mind, because if you approach 100 SAP customers, more than 99 or even 100 customers have been using EC system as their OLTP system from last many years, correct? Lot of system configuration has been done in place and they will have their BW system in place, correct? But if you want to migrate your EC system to S4 HANA system, this can be more complex because S4 HANA is altogether a new thing and can be a complex and expensive process, okay? If at all you are planning to migrate your OLTP system from SAP ECC to SAP S4 HANA, and main thing you have to consider is it can be a complex and it can be a cumbersome task or expensive process. So it is important to evaluate the cost and benefits actually before you actually migrating immediately to S4 HANA from your ECC system, okay. So If at all you are looking for online training on SAP ABAP, BW on HANA or BW for HANA, SAP BW ABAP, native HANA modeling, and at the same time SAP HANA related SQL, you can feel free to reach out to me on my mail ID, that is venugopalmn1988@gmail.com. You can also call me on my mobile number or WhatsApp me on my mobile number, that is +91 followed by 97399839992. Hopefully, as part of this episode, you got to know an overview about S4HANA, guys. So, if you like this video, please share your feedback in the video's comment. At the same time, if at all you want me to make a specific video on a specific topic, you can feel free to share that topic information in the video comment below, so that in a coming days I will be making a detailed video on the same topic. Thank you so much, guys, and have a good one.